What's up, guys? Corn Street 2 here with another edition of What's New. WWE Battleground 2015 just went off the air about an hour ago. I'm a little late trying to get this review up because I had to go back and watch the first two matches on the card because I came in late. And I got that done, so let's get to it. The kickoff show, the kickoff match, obviously was King Barrett versus King Truth. It was the Battle of the Crowns or something like that. And R-Truth lost to Barrett, so Barrett is now the official king. And hopefully this is the end of this rivalry because I'm just tired of seeing these guys go at it, period. So hopefully that's it. Alright, so let's get to the actual pay-per-view. It started off with Sheamus versus the hometown boy, St. Louis' own Randy Orton. This match was actually really good. I actually enjoyed this a lot. But it's probably was the worst match on the card, and that's not saying that it was bad. This match was, don't get me wrong, this match was not bad. It was solid. Both men know each other so well. They have really, very good chemistry. A lot of counters, a lot of creative counters into moves. Very enjoyable. And I'm not saying, like I said, it's not knocking this match because this is just the worst match out of the entire pay-per-view. But it was really good. Randy Orton will win with the RKO out of nowhere. Very entertaining. But let's get to the rest of the pay-per-view. Next was it was the tag team match. The New Day, the number one contenders, the New Day versus the current WWE Tag Team Champions, the Primetime Players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. This match was freaking awesome, man. Let me say this before we get into the actual match. Every time these teams clash, they just steal the show, man. They go out there and they give their all. And I really believe that the New Day and the Primetime Players are probably one of the those two groups are some of the hardest working guys on the freaking roster because they go out there and they put it all on the line. I have not yet seen a bad New Day versus Primetime Players match. They go out there and they bring down the house, man. And tonight was no different. These guys went out there and showed that the tag team division still lives somewhere in the WWE. And it was, like I said, it was Primetime Players, Darren Young, Titus O'Neil versus the New Days, Kofi Kingston, and Big E. And while Xavier was on the outside, a lot of awesome counters, a lot of innovative stuff. Like one spot I remember is having Darren Young kind of perched off of the apron, and Big E hit a splash from the freaking apron, and that was freaking really cool. But at the end of the match, we got to see Kofi Kingston go. He went for like his arm trap into the Troll in Paradise, which is really sick. I love when he does that. But this time was countered into Darren Young's gut check finisher. Kofi Kingston would roll outside the ring. Darren Young would tag in Titus O'Neil. Big E would get tagged in, and I think he would duck the clothesline. And then he would run off the ropes, and then bam, clash at the Titus. 1, 2, 3. Primetime Players still making moves, still the WWE Tag Team Champions. Next, we will see an interview between JoJo and Stephanie McMahon, where Stephanie McMahon will talk about what happened last week on Raw with the Divas, and that those three groups will have one representative tonight to compete in a triple threat match. And these girls are going to finally prove to the world why Divas Wrestling is important. So, little hype for that matchup, which will take place after this matchup, which was Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. In this match, I did not think that this match was going to be very good because I really didn't think that those two guys would really match. Their styles I thought their styles would clash and not be that good of a match. But to my surprise, it was actually really entertaining, and I highly enjoyed the match. Probably one of the better matches on the entire card, in my opinion. Who would have thought? Roman Reigns. I'm glad that they slowed down his push. This is really good, showing that he was human, that he's human, that he can be beaten. And I really like this Bray Wyatt feud. Everything is the build-up has been pretty good, and the match did not disappoint. Roman Reigns gets better and better in every single match. And I think he's finally showing people that he is good, that he can be a main event star. Just they're doing it the right way now, and I really like that. Bray Wyatt, also great. Like I said, some people, he has a lot of great matches with a lot of great people, but sometimes he gets in there and it's not good. Like his matches with Dean Ambrose, their style are kind of similar in a way. They're brawlers, so I was like, oh, it's not going to work out, and it didn't. But this actually did work, and it was very, very good. A lot of awesome counters, a lot of back and forth. One spot I remember, the coolest spot in the match had to be when Roman Reigns going for his drop kick, his patented apron drop kick, and Bray Wyatt would counter it by clotheslining the hell out of him somehow mid drop kick, taking out Roman Reigns. Awesome sick spot. But for the finish of the match, I think it was Roman Reigns trying to get Bray Wyatt back into the ring, but then that guy in a hood would come out and attack Roman Reigns and then super kick him. Bray Wyatt would then hit a apron Uranagi on Roman Reigns, get him in the ring. Sister Abigail, 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns loses. Bray Wyatt is your winner, and the masked man is revealed to be who would have thought, Luke Harper of the former Wyatt family returned. So that made me really, I was like, yes, Luke Harper, he's back in the Wyatt family, yes. So yeah, I was really excited for that. Hopefully when Eric Rowan gets back from his injuries, he will also be joining them, and then the Wyatt family will be back, the reunion, finally. I don't know why WWE broke these guys up in the first place. In my opinion, I will always stick to, I say this every time I talk about these guys, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, their whole purpose in the WWE is to be an asset to the Bray Wyatt character, make the Bray Wyatt character better. They are support groups for him. And that's not taking anything away from Luke Harper or Rowan, because I like both of those guys, but to me that's their full purpose of being in the WWE, is to be an asset to Bray Wyatt. They're his followers, so that's what they should do. And I'm happy that WWE is finally getting to realize that. Next, we saw the Divas go out there, and the 3 representatives for that matchup were Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, and Brie Bella. And for the first time ever, we got to see those 2 divas have a match on a WWE show. Not NXT, but WWE. We've seen these girls go out there, steal the show numerous times on NXT, and finally the world gets to see, people who don't have the WWE Network or any way to watch NXT get to see these girls go out there and steal the show. Brie Bella was out there as well. She did a little stuff, but mostly they allowed those 2 girls to go out there and show why they are so great, why people give these girls so much praise and that they deserve, man. And I'm really happy for both of those girls, and I'm also happy for Becky Lynch, who's also made it to the main roster. And hopefully, whenever Bayley returns, she will too. Those 4 girls are going to revolutionize what it means to be a divas wrestler in the WWE. They really, I thought that it was going to be Paige and AJ who were going to change the game, but I was wrong. It's these 4 girls, man. Bayley, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks are the 4 horsewomen who will change women's wrestling in WWE for the better. The revolution is upon us, and we got to see a little bit of it tonight, as we had an awesome match, man. It was just amazing. The crowd was popping. They really enjoyed it. That's the first time we've seen that in a long time for a Divas match, so really, 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 really clap to those girls, man. Give them their props. Charlotte would get the win by using her figure 8, not figure 4, but her figure 8, leg lock, which is the figure 4, where she puts she just like a headstand to put more of a torque on it and make it even worse. Really awesome maneuver. So that's a win right there for her team. Next, we had Kevin Owens versus John Cena, the rubber match. Just as good as any of the other matches, the 2 other matches they had. They're all great. And I can sit right here and tell you a million spots that happened in that match. They always try to bring one new thing to each match, which I really, really enjoy. Kevin Owens, I remember one spot that Kevin Owens had John Cena kind of like, he was like trapped in the ropes, and he took him out and he just hit him with a freaking sick looking backbreaker. It was crazy. But yeah, man, John Cena hit like 3 AAs, and one of them, the last one, was from the top rope. And I'm pretty sure nobody's ever kicked out of an AA from the top rope. I may be wrong, quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure nobody has ever kicked out of AA from the top rope. Kevin Owens did it tonight, and he almost won the match, but John Cena got him in the STF, and he tapped out. So I'm pretty sure people, oh man, John Cena beat him, that sucks, you know, the whiny stuff that people go every time John Cena wins a match. But this one I don't have a problem with, because Kevin Owens did not look weak. He kicked out of 3 different AAs, and one of them was from the top rope. So how could you even be mad about that, honestly? He's not going to get buried. They actually might have an extra match at SummerSlam. Hopefully it's not a normal match, because I don't want to see a 4th one of those. Even though all 3 are good, I don't want to see a 4th normal match. That's kind of overkill. Hopefully they put a stipulation on it, or add Cesaro or Rusev to it, or both of them at that, make it 4-way. That'd be pretty awesome. But yeah, John Cena is Stereo US champion. Next there was the Miz segment. They talked about Ryback's injury. Big Show came out there and knocked him out. That was their segment. And next was the main event, Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. This match was exactly what you expected. But one thing I do want to say, I really did like how Seth Rollins did not try to run from Brock Lesnar. He sat there, got in his face, and took his beating like a man. He got freaking 13 or 12 German suplexes and 1 belly to belly, so that's 13 suplexes. So he did get taken to Suplex City, and he was almost beaten. But Seth Rollins did get a little offense in there, but he eventually just succumbed to the beast, and he hit that last F5, man. It was 1, 2, dong. The lights went out, the crowd exploded. That noise only means one thing, and that was the return of the dead man, The Undertaker. Undertaker appeared in the ring and tried to choke slam Brock. Brock countered it, went for the F5, countered that, choke slam, picked him up, tombstone pile driver, and Brock tried to get back up. He tombstoned him again. So the dead man is back. He's got his eyes set on the man that broke the streak, that took his precious streak away from him, the thing that made Undertaker immortal. Undertaker's out for revenge, and he wants Brock Lesnar's head. So the match actually ended in a no DQ. There was no bell, but he obviously ended in a no DQ. Seth Rollins is still your WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and now who's going to be his opponent? Because it's probably not going to be Brock, because Brock's probably going to be facing Undertaker at SummerSlam. So guys, that is the Battleground pay-per-view, 2015 pay-per-view. What was your thoughts? Did you enjoy this match? Did you enjoy anything from this pay-per-view? Let me know below. The main event, the Owens Cena 3, the Divas match. Let me know what you thought of this pay-per-view. I thought it was really, really kick-ass. But I want to know what you guys think. Like I said, comment, rate, subscribe. Stay, everybody. Peace.